Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Invaders, issue number 4. This is an awesome book, all right? Like literally, everybody's talking about the Invaders is a good comic book. Oh yeah, it is. But this issue, issue 4, this makes the other ones look like crap, man. They're not crap, but you get what I'm saying, right? Also, I love this, the banner above the dressing. This really makes it feel like an old school comic book, but with better paper. I said it. Anyways, let's get talking about who made this book, all right? We got Chip Zdarsky on writing duties. On art, we got Carlos Magno and Butch Juice. Alex Guimarães does the colors, and VC's Travis Lanham on letters. Butch Juice and Romulo Fiara Jr. do the cover, and Carlos Lau is in charge of graphic design. This is called War Ghosts, Part 4. I originally thought that Namor was going to have his mind wiped by Savior in a malicious way. Well, that's not actually what happened. So we don't have multiple people wiping his mind. We just get an accident. I actually also thought that the original wiping of his mind was going to be retconned. All right. Zdarsky does not do that, however. So excuse me, I'm not a huge fan of big retcons. Small retcons, whatever, reflavorings, that's perfectly fine. Better explanation of what happened, or look what happened behind the scenes that caused this. Oh, I love those. I'm not a huge fan of when all of a sudden they say, oh, by the way, that didn't happen. This is what happened instead. No, that's not particularly inventive for me. That's just erasing everything that came before and taking an easy way out. Anyway, Zdarsky does not take the easy way out here. So, the first mutant that Savior finds, it turns out, is in fact Namor. That's cool. This is before he comes across Scott Summers or Jean Grey Marvel Girl or any of the other X-Men. So, interesting. Also, excuse me, there's a really quick cameo in here. Wolverine. It's a blink and you miss it. A lot of people might be thinking, well, how come Savior didn't detect him? Well, I don't think you guys have read a whole lot of Wolverine if you're thinking that. Go and check out, what was it? X-Men Classics issue number 3, I think? Maybe it was even, the reprint of Giant Size X-Men number 1. So, X-Men Classics issue number 1. Either way. Yeah, this was... No, telepaths can't find Wolverine if he doesn't want to be found. And he sees you coming first, or smells you coming. So, the big subject here, the big topic, is Namor's anger. And, or at least it's the catalyst for everything that goes wrong in this issue. And nobody can really be blamed for this. It is, however, said that the most innocent person in this entire comic book winds up being the one person who dies. Oh, man. Man, it's like every issue somebody got to bite the bucket. What's up? Or bite the bucket, bite the bullet, or kick the bucket. There you go. Maybe they're going to kick the bullet. Anyway, Namor does have another memory wipe or accident to his temper. It's hard to tell exactly what happened here. Maybe it's a combination of all, but Namor's always had an anger issue, or several anger issues. This really exasperates it a lot, because Charles Xavier, I originally thought that this was going to be done maliciously. It's not. It's just Savior is still young here, very, very young. I mean, he's walking. This is before Lucifer took his legs, or his ability to walk, I should say. So, Savior's not as strong as we're used to him being. He's struggling just to get a couple people to stop moving, to freeze time, so to speak, using his mind, at least freeze it in other people's heads. So when something stupid happens and he starts thinking in a way that, yeah, basically there's this mutant in here who has the ability to change people's genus. His name is actually Genus, which is interesting. First appearance for this character, as far as I know. I've never heard of this character before. Anyway, he has the ability to change people or mutants or humans into different genuses. That is innovative. The guy. Okay, what can I give you that's not going to be a spoiler? Because I think I gave you everything pretty much. Look, at the end of the day, it wasn't malicious what happened to Namor, but he is still who he is because of this particular event. And yes, there were a lot of other events that led him to be this way. All of that led into this, and this eventually became everything else that happened. It's hard to really blame anybody, including Namor. A whole bunch of people are just like, oh, Namor sucks. He's got, terrible anger issues and blah, blah, blah. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think that Zdarsky heard you, and he's just like, I'm going to give a conscience to Namor, and I'm going to give people a reason to forgive his anger outbursts. I'm not there yet. Let's just put it that way. I'm not quite there yet. But if that's really going to be the theme of this comic book as we move forward, I'm down. I'm down, at least until we finish the first arc, because this is going to be an ongoing, right? We're just going to keep on going with this to issue 200 or so, right? Because why wouldn't we exactly? Anyway, definitely love this comic book. I love the old school, the deep lore that's coming out and being exposed, and the slight, I can't even hardly call it alterations. It's really just more of a deeper explanation of things going on behind the scenes stuff that we weren't privy to. But all of a sudden, Chip knows. Chip knows. Trust in the Chip. Anyway, guys, good book. You're going to pick up this book. Otherwise, we're going to have issues. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.